Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the UNews Weekly, the weekly audio-video podcast brought to you from the UN Information Office together with all the UN agencies in the country. As usual, we bring you all the latest news from the UN agencies in Uzbekistan. I will be your host, Nigina Mirbaeva. Welcome to the show.
Coming to you in this program, waste management as means of improving livelihoods. A new partnership is implemented in Yangiul district to improve the city's living conditions. New form of social service provision. The one-stop shops are under final stages of implementation and will launch in early 2014. Private funding as a means of support. The Business Forum of Uzbekistan is the first project to be substantiated by the private sector funding. And in our special guest section, Narzullah Muradov, the manager of the Business Forum of Uzbekistan project, joins the program to share with us his plans for the future.
It is essential to ensure proper waste management in large cities. And as an effort to improve life in the Yangiul district, a new project has been implemented to ensure proper waste management.
Ensuring that waste is properly managed and streets are kept clean is an essential task in maintaining an urban area. When the Yangiul district of Uzbekistan's Tashkent region expanded in 2010, unclean streets resulted in inconvenience and health concerns for local residents. In order to improve the quality of waste management in the district, a public-private partnership was initiated between the Business Forum of Uzbekistan project, between the local authorities and the Aizarina Waste Management Company. As a result of this partnership, waste has been regularly collected by a modern waste collection and compaction truck and has been moved out of residential areas to a designated landfill. The result has been a cleaner town and a better standard of living for the district's residents. In addition to providing cleaner streets, the Yangiul District Initiative has helped to establish 50 additional jobs for operating the recently purchased trucks and sorting the collected waste for recycling. The initiative's success has created a model of public-private partnership in waste management for other communities in Uzbekistan. Since 2010, the Aizarina company operating in Yangiul has expanded its coverage area to reach 60% of the district's population, a total of 138,000 residents, thereby collecting 80% of the district's solid waste. In cooperation with the USAID Local Development Initiative project that has provided $264,825,000 in funding, the BFU project delivered an additional 5 waste collection trucks by September 2013. An additional truck was delivered to the Yangiul district and 4 more to districts of the Jizak, Navoi and Samarkand regions.
One-stop shops are a great means of enhancing public service provision. And starting from January 2014, new one-stop shops will be implemented in the country. To find out more, watch our next story.
The government of Uzbekistan puts great efforts into enhancing public service provision to the private sector to improve the business climate in the country. UNDP, in cooperation with the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, developed a concept of the client-oriented one-stop shops, otherwise known as OSS, and coordinated with all relevant government agencies, providers of services, and submitted it to the Cabinet of Ministers. As a first interactive service of the OSS, UNDP, in cooperation with the Chamber, developed an electronic registration for businesses which links 10 government agencies into an integrated system. The new model of public service provision introduces a new way of interaction between the government and its citizens, as well as businesses. Launching on January 1st, 2014, it will enable business persons to use the internet to register their new firms online, submit all relevant documentation and fees to business registering agencies, and obtain the registration certificate digitally through the internet. The new e-registration of business mechanism decreases transportation costs, time in direct contacts of the applicants with government employees.
The Business Forum of Uzbekistan project is the first project to operate with substantial funding from the business sector. To find out where the funding comes from and how it helps the project, watch our next story.
With guidance from the Business Forum of Uzbekistan project and the Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Uzbekistan, financial assistance from Growing Inclusive Markets Initiative, and funding pledges from Sasol Synfuels International, 3 pilot community-based initiatives are being implemented. Each initiative has promoted partnership between the private and public sector as a means to improve livelihoods and well-being within communities. The first initiative aims to improve livelihoods through value chain linkages in Namangan. Financial support and expertise has been provided to the Chashmai Safed Dairy for the establishment of a milk collection centre. The second initiative aims to improve the environment in Yangiul district through improved waste management. The third initiative, which aims at social inclusion in Khorasan, has led to an establishment of the Urgench Milli Tikuchilik social enterprise in Urgench city in Khorasan region, which provides training and supported employment to 35 vulnerable women in the city. Sasol Synfuels International has provided over $135,000 in financial support to the 3 initiatives.
The Business Forum of Uzbekistan project is contributing towards the development of the business sector in our country. And today we have Nurzullah Ablamuradov, the manager of the project, who will tell us in detail about the project and its significance for the country. Hello and welcome to the program. As it is known, the main objective of your project is to create a positive and favorable business environment. Can you tell us how are you reaching this target?
UNDP has been implementing Business Forum project jointly with Chamber of Commerce Industry. As you know, Chamber of Commerce Industry is one of the leading business support institutions in the country, and it is mandated by the law of the Republic of Uzbekistan to represent interests of small business and private entrepreneurship. And one of the main activities of the Chamber is to monitor existing business environment and to interact with businesses and voice any issues, obstacles in business environment to the government and the Parliament of Uzbekistan. Within this mandate, Business Forum of Uzbekistan project has been supporting close partnership with Chamber of Commerce to maintain, first of all, good public-private policy dialogue. Chamber of Commerce maintains on a regular basis business forums and other forms of public-private partnership and dialogue platform involving small business and private businesses into policy dialogue on the doing business related issues. And our project has been one of the main platforms to make this dialogue more constructive and more practical, and we brought concept based on the best international practice and implemented successfully with Chamber of Commerce Industry. Today, we have on a weekly basis communication with private businesses, which is conducted through regional offices of Chamber of Commerce Industry in the regions. And also we have more addressed, more targeted sectoral and regional topics on doing business. And this all helps us to monitor the overall business environment in the country and to elaborate very important recommendations and proposals to the government on what should be done in order to improve business environment in the country.
Your project is now in the second stage of implementation. Can you share some highlights that were in the first stage of implementation?
I think Business Forum project achieved a number of very substantial results in the period of implementation. And in my opinion, the most important achievement in the first phase of the project is creation of public-private partnership dialogue between the private and the government sectors. Right now, Chamber of Commerce implementing this on a regular basis, and it is considered one of the main function and one of the very important activities of Chamber of Commerce. And another important accomplishment within the project is support to implementation of inclusive business models. As you know, inclusive growth is becoming more and more important nowadays, and our project was one of the pioneers in Uzbekistan to bring this new concept of inclusive business development into Uzbekistan, and the Chamber of Commerce, as our national partner, takes the leadership and takes the initiative, and right now this is becoming more and more popular and more widely accepted by the business community. And this helps us to find additional new formats how to engage private business into social economic development in the country. And I think another achievement that I would like to mention is support to implementation of pilot public-private partnership projects. One of the examples is our successful public-private partnership project in waste management sector. One of the important impact of the project that it helped to showcase to the government and the municipalities in different regions of Uzbekistan how private businesses can be involved as partners in delivering very important social and public services to population and to businesses. And based on our experience now, we have very good examples how other regions and other services being successfully delegated to private sector, and it is now implemented in Tashkent and several other regions of the country.
We know that your project is the first project to be significantly funded by the private sector, and that Sasol Sunfuels is the first implementing partner that has significantly contributed. What led to this partnership, and what is its significance?
Business Forum project has a number of partners, and we're proud to say that our project has attracted a number of international donors, including private sector, to finance different initiatives, activities within our project. We have been successfully implementing our PPP project in waste management sector, which attracted funding from USAID. We also have attracted additional funding from GIF Small Grants Program and some other organizations. And one of the recent successful cases is our new partnership with Sasol Sunfuels International. Within this partnership, Sasol provides additional funding for expansion and replication of our inclusive business models project. This is very important because this is one of the first cases in our practice that private company is providing support to implementation of this project, and we would like to demonstrate this as one of the good examples, and through the Chamber of Commerce industry to bring this experience to the business community and bring more partners, both from multinational companies operating in Uzbekistan, but also, which is more important, Uzbek companies who can also be partners in implementing different projects. And we see there is also very important issue related to corporate social responsibility, which is a very important topic for many big businesses. And in the next subsequent years, Chamber of Commerce is very keen to explore this area for more closer collaboration with private sector.
Thank you very much for coming, Narzlogya. It was a pleasure to talk to you today. That is it for today's episode. If you liked it, don't hesitate to go to our website at www.un.uz or our Facebook page at facebook.com/UNIC Tashkent and share your thoughts. We'll see you next week.